Everything they said in the end is coming back to bite them in the ass. They said that Canelo was the greatest Mexican fighter of all times. Of course, there's plenty of people who disagree with that, but we're going by the consensus of the Mexican fans. Well, the Mexican-American fans. I can't go by the consensus of the Mexican fans in Mexico, because from what I'm hearing in Mexico, it's something totally different. But I don't live in Mexico, so I don't know. Maybe somebody can inform us what's really felt over there in Mexico about Canelo Alvarez. But as far as the American Mexican goes, Canelo Alvarez is the pinnacle. It's the best they've ever done. It's the best they ever seen. This is the best they will ever produce. The biggest problem with that is you crown this guy king, and then you let somebody come in, a smaller guy come in and take that from you. So if that's the best that you produce, then what you produce is not really that great. So I think the biggest fear here is to tell the Mexicans that you will always be under the boot heel of black fighters. You will never be better than them, especially if you're saying this is your best. And since you guys live for this rivalry, I just wanted to know, were you aware of this? And why didn't you develop another Canelo? Or some people say, why didn't they develop another Canelo? You will never see another Canelo in boxing. Mexican style wise, as far as the Mexican element, you will never see another Canelo. Canelo was an anomaly. Like I said, Canelo damn near couldn't help what he turned out to be. You know, Canelo is an anomaly based off he is a Mexican with Mexican support that looks like a Caucasian. You couldn't dream or think of a better scenario than that. You really can't. How come every time I start recording, there's always some shit in the background? I swear I'll be sitting here for hours, don't shit get on. Soon as I get to go to recording, somebody coming down the block with a big ass fucking muffler. Cops is coming down the fucking block. The last video I had birds chirping out the fucking wazoo. I don't know what that shit is about. I ain't editing this shit out. I'm just letting y'all in on how the fuck I feel. I get tired of stopping and rewinding because of fucking a cop car coming by or a fucking muffler coming by. You can't tell me. Like I said, in this world, there is no coincidence. Anyways, moving on. If this is the best that they have produced, then this is very shallow. And the reason why they want Canelo to be that is because Canelo is Caucasian. That's why I say you'll never see another Canelo. But if this is your best, this is pretty shitty. If you ask me, your best fighter that I ever seen, your best Mexican fighter that I've ever seen, and nobody's better than him to me. I haven't seen one yet. Your best fighter was Salvador Sanchez, but you never got a chance to see what he could honestly be. But then again, y'all probably wouldn't have supported Salvador Sanchez. He had an afro. So y'all probably wouldn't have fucked with Salvador. But Salvador, to me, technically, sweet science-wise, Salvador is the best that you produce. Salvador could fight. Salvador could box. Salvador had a true style. He was a true technique. We never got to see how far he could take it, but I believe it could. Car accident or whatever. If it wasn't for that, what Salvador Sanchez would have been able to do, we still would be talking about right now. But he just didn't get his chance. But if this is the best that you produce, then you guys need to end this so-called eternal rivalry that y'all have with the so-called black fighters or black Americans. You dudes need to end this, because if that's the case, we've been beat you. We use you as cushion for our resumes. Like I said, the world's punching bag. That's what we use you for, to rack up wins on a resume. You want to rack up some wins? Just go ahead and beat up a whole bunch of Hispanic fighters who don't know that, but you still think you're on some type of level. No, we're not on equal playing fields, and we'll never will be. And yes, I'm going to keep rubbing this shit in your face. I know you probably thought, well, how many times you going to tell us that we're not on your level, Bruce, that we ain't shit, that we ain't that. About as many years as I've been on here talking about boxing, and y'all have produced the same fucking comments, the same fucking attitude, that's kept the same fucking energy. I'm going to keep the same energy with you until the casket drop. See, I'm dedicated with my shit, and I'm not forgiving. Okay, because I figured out a lot of people's problem is forgiving. I look at that shit as a fucker. I don't forgive nobody who only wants to forgive once they done got the crap beaten out of them and want to admit. When you on top and then you can admit that you wrong, that's when I give you credit. But other than that, I don't give people credit for nothing. Y'all ain't shit out there. And I'm going to be here every day to remind you that you lost your hold on boxing. You destroyed your reputation. You lost your hold on boxing. You adopted a new reputation of being a cowards and PED chiefs. And now you're the talentless. For sure. Because unless Mauricio Suleiman is pulling some strings for you, unless you can get judges in your pocket, you guys ain't winning no fucking fights. That's obvious to every fucking body. You can have the whole crowd filled with Mexicans cheering you on. Not only do they beat y'all, you guys be taking steroids and they still beat the brakes off you. But not only that, they walk into an environment that's hostile. They have the whole arena against them. Plus you on steroids and they still beat the brakes off your ass. Once again, another loud ass car. And make this shit up. But they beat the brakes off your ass still? It sounds like to me, Mexicans should be hunting down Eastern Europeans. That's what your rivalry should be. It shouldn't be with us, because for it to be a rivalry, you have to be able to compete. And your talent and your skill and your people, I mean, you guys can't even clear out every weight class. I mean, there's literally no presence in the heavyweight division. You guys just don't produce people that can take champions up that high. And I don't want to hear about Andy Ruiz. That dude was a champion for a day and lost it. You know? But other than that, we never seen y'all in heavyweight divisions. Either ain't talented enough, ain't got the genetics, or whatever you want to call it. But you're limited in this game. And it's about time that you accept that shit. You want to dominate something? I don't know. You guys are very good at art. I give you props on that. I think you're the best fucking artist ever. Like I said, if I ever got a tattoo, I would want it to be a Mexican if I could trust the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I think you guys are the best artists. You see, I could easily give something up to you and not be, oh no, I think they're shitty artists. Instead of like, you see how you got that? I give credit where credit is due. Boy, if your people could do the same, you'd be halfway all right. No, you would still be fucked up. I'm sorry, that gringo did a number on your ass. But nonetheless, if this is your best, y'all need to shut the fuck up out there. If this is your best. Because I'm saying the best you're going to see in a long time is going to be fucking David. But fuck him. He ain't Mexican. He with this, blase split. He needs to be a heavyweight. All the negative shit that y'all say about him. You know? Like I said, you shoot yourself in your own fucking foot. You know, you get somebody to represent you and you don't like them when they represent you when they too fucking dark. The same thing you did with the actor in the fucking Black Panther movie. We thought we were looking out for you. Goddamn, to get somebody who looks very indigenous, you looked at as being this fucking respectful. And you wanted him replaced with somebody with more pale skin. And you wonder why y'all saying Canelo, which has always been an average, mediocre fighter, is your greatest of all times. No, that is the greatest skin complexion to y'all of all times. That's really what the fuck it is. But my job is to keep showing you that your conquered mentality, it bleeds in more areas and it fucks up more things than you think, and can even fuck up your position in boxing. And it totally has, because there's no passing of the torch. There's no more Mexican tough guy talk. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't have a reputation. You need PEDs. You guys are completely fucked. And a large amount of that is due, just like the political system, due to your fucking mindset. Your conquered ass fucking mind. So I guess the gringo conquered you mentally and the black man conquered you physically. Did that make your blood boil? I'm counting on it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.